Hello investors, welcome back to your number one place for all your investing needs. The markets are on a path of a slow recovery, and that means today we're going to be discussing the top 5 stocks to buy for the month of May. Now, these are stocks that have either went down due to the virus, or they have earnings that are coming up which will benefit us in some ways, or they're just going to be benefiting from the virus in general with vaccines. So these are going to be my top 5 picks that I'm going to be looking at for the month of May. Alright, so before we get into the top picks, guys, you guys destroyed the likes, in last month's video, so let's see if we can do it again. Can we smash 250 likes again on this video? So we got 251 last month. Let's try to get over 250 for this month. I don't think you guys can beat that, but we'll see. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and leave a comment below. What do you think is going to be happening during this month's earnings that are coming up? Actually, this week and next week is a very big time for earnings season, so let's see what happens. Leave comments below. Let's get right into this, guys. So number 5 is going to be PFE. This is going to be Pfizer. So Pfizer is an American multinational pharmaceutical corporation. It is one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies. So the reason I picked PFE, which is Pfizer, is because they have a lot of great things coming right now. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the chart and some of its key components first, and then we're going to discuss some of the big events that they have coming up this year and just in general. So if we take a look at Pfizer, currently it's actually trading at about $37.38. It was up about 1.88% on Friday before close. Before all of this happened in January, it was trading at around $40, so it's about to be recovering back to those prices. It had a 52-week high of $44.56 with a 52-week low right here about $27.88. So they have a PE ratio of 13.85, dividend rate $1.52 yearly, so that is a yield of 4.07% with a market cap of $207.37 billion. If we take a look at their dividend right here real quick, actually we're going to see right there it says 38 cents per quarter that they've received. If we look at their dividend yield for the 4-year average yield, it's 3.75%. So they've consistently stayed about 3.5% on their dividend. And then recently, this at the end of last year, beginning of this year, it's increased to close to 4% now, which is pretty nice. If we look at their dividend growth, obviously, years of growth, 10 years. So for 10 years, they've had, tremendous growth here, starting out about 72 cents, per share, and now it's up to about $1.44 per share. Dividend history, obviously, they have great quarterly payouts. They're paying out about 38 cents per quarter right now, which is good. If we look at their dividend safety payout ratio, 56.33%. It took this dip down, and now it's kind of getting back higher up there. Now, the big thing I wanted to talk about was their the Pfizer and the German-based biotech BioNTech BNTX announced that they have received approval from the local regulatory authority, to initiate the phase 1-2 study to evaluate. It's basically a vaccine program to prevent, the big virus that's going on right now, you guys know about. So the companies plan to initiate the study shortly. So both BioNTech and Pfizer were tremendously up this week. They had very great weeks together because of this, kind of like a teamwork that they're having. So these two companies together are trying to battle this, invisible enemy, as Trump would say. So that is the reason that I have Pfizer on my list. And also Pfizer has earnings coming out on Tuesday. In my opinion, I believe that earnings are going to be great. I'm seeing a very, very bright future for Pfizer in 2020 and 2021. So this one is definitely on my list and one of my top picks. Our number 4 pick is going to be J&J, which is Johnson & Johnson. You guys have heard me talk about this company multiple times. This is an American multinational corporation founded in 1886 that develops medical devices, pharmaceutical, and consumer packaged goods. So Johnson & Johnson, wow. So what can I say about this? They just had earnings last week or the week before, so they had amazing, pretty decent earnings, I guess you could say. Not amazing earnings, but they had good earnings, and they have a bright future ahead of them. So Johnson & Johnson is actually hitting all-time highs. This week it actually hit all-time highs again. It's currently trading at about $154.86. It was down about 0.5% on Friday. It hit a 52-week high of $157, I believe, on Thursday. PE ratio about 20.05, dividend rate of $4.04, which comes out to be a yield of about 2.61% with a market cap of $408.27 billion. They were at, pretty low down here, about $111 when it went to the low. But now the company is recovering, and they're also one of the top companies that is involved with the vaccination. So they're trying to bring out a vaccine that's gonna, save the world with the invisible enemy. If we look right here, J&J to pay Emergent 135 million as part of the vaccine manufacturing deal. So Johnson and Johnson very bullish, and also Emergent as well is very bullish on my list. I think that Johnson and Johnson has very high chances of being successful. Just like I said about Pfizer, Pfizer and Johnson are my two top picks right now for this vaccine and this battle, especially since they're big companies. So that's not the only thing that they have to look for. They have multiple other things that are going to be bringing their company to be more successful as well. Not just this vaccine, but just other things that they have going on with the company. So it's not like I'm just looking at one detail. You have to put all the details together and combine them all together. Now, if we look at Johnson & Johnson's dividend, obviously it's about $1.01 per quarter. Their dividend 4-year average yield is 2.68%. So they've been, a pretty constant and steady dividend of their own. If we look at their dividend growth, obviously we've discussed this, years of growth, 57 years of growth. So for 57 years, this company has been smashing their dividend, has been increasing their dividend. And I actually forgot to mention in the last pick, Pfizer also increased their dividend, and so did Johnson & Johnson. So both of these companies, even with all this going on in the world, they have both increased their dividend, in times like this, which is very good to see. Their dividend history, obviously it's paying quarterly about $1.01 currently. If we look at their dividend safety payout ratio, 52.29%, not too bad. So yeah, Johnson & Johnson, definitely one of my top picks as well. Next up, number 3 on our list is going to be AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. So this is an American multinational semiconductor company that develops computer processors and related technologies for businesses and consumer markets. So this is one of my favorite companies actually in the tech sector, because they're just destroying the chip. The chip market they're doing amazing. One of my favorite companies. They're currently trading at about $56. Even before the virus, they were trading at about $58, $59. They went down to about $39, and they've very quickly, came back up. And that is one of the reasons why I love AMD, because even with the virus, it has not been affected. But that is something you have to take into account, because the tech sector was not hit as hard as some of the other sectors with all this going on. And the tech sector is doing pretty well, actually. Most of the companies, NVIDIA, Microsoft, they're all doing very well. So they don't have a dividend, obviously, no dividend, no yield, but they have a market cap of about $65.78 billion. Great company that has earnings coming out this week, actually, and I think this is going to be one of the companies that is actually going to have decent earnings. People might not think, but that's just my opinion. I think that they're going to have decent earnings, and that they're going to do very well for the rest of the year. Compared to their competitors, they're I feel like ahead of the game right now. And that's one of the reasons why I'm picking AMD on my list. I just see a very good opportunity for AMD. It's already recovered to where it was, and it's a good buying opportunity to get more, especially with earnings coming up. And even if earnings are bad in the market or the stock dips down, that just brings me another great buying opportunity to get even more on a lower price. I think I actually bought this stock when it was around $39, $40, maybe even less actually than that. But yeah, one of my top picks. All right, with our number 2 pick, we're going to trust our vibe and believe in this one. Number 2 is going to be TSLA, which is Tesla. So if you don't know what Tesla is, let me go ahead and tell you real quick. This is an American electric vehicle and clean energy company. The company specializes in electrical vehicle manufacturing, battery energy storage from home to grid scale, and through its acquisition of SolarCity, solar panels, and solar roof tile manufacturing. So Tesla, oh boy, Tesla, one of the best companies and one of my favorite companies that I really regret not buying down here on the dip when it was under $400 during the crash. Right now it's currently trading about $725. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. I would definitely buy a lot of shares of this one, but it is a little bit pricey right now that I'm just waiting to get an opportunity, even though I believe this one's going to be over $1,000 a share by the end of the year, and possibly even higher. But they obviously don't have a dividend yield, which is normal with them. They have a market cap of $133.42 billion, 52-week high of $968.99, 52-week low of $176. That is a huge difference. That's almost an $800 difference right there. But the reason I have Tesla on this list is because Tesla has earnings coming up this week. that's not the only thing. Obviously, Tesla might not do well in the next quarter. Next quarter earnings might be horrible, which might be a great opportunity for more buying, in my opinion. But Tesla does have one thing coming up, and that is the battery meeting that they're having, pretty much the event. So they're going to be discussing the battery that's going on right now. And if Elon Musk is excited about this battery day that's going to happen, and whatever they've found out or done, he said it's something extreme that he's very, very happy to announce, and it's something out of this world. So if Elon Musk is saying this, I have a very, very good feeling that it's going to be something extreme, something we haven't seen, and something that's going to cause the markets to really push Tesla even higher with this news. So whatever Elon Musk says, we have to listen. Obviously, Daddy Musk, he's always right. So Tesla, number 2 pick. All right, guys, so then number 1 pick is going to be ABT. This is Abbott Laboratories. So Abbott Laboratories is an American multinational medical device and healthcare company. Currently, they're trading at about $94.06. They hit a high of about $100, which was the 52-week high. They had a 52-week low of about $61 down here. They have a PE ratio of 32.99. Their dividend rate is $1.44 yearly with a dividend yield of 1.53%. Their market cap is $165.87 billion. Now, the reason we have Abbott Laboratories on our list is because they are one of the top competitors with the tests. They have already released 3 different tests that are, figuring out if people are negative or positive for the virus. They're working on a 4th test, I believe, and they're already doing over 5 million tests, I believe, in April. That was the goal, 5 million tests done. They're already about to destroy that goal, so that means that they're going to have a lot of products coming out. A lot of stuff is going to get sold, which means that this company is going to be receiving a lot of revenue from all of this, and a lot of help to develop even better tests to make it even better and higher chance of seeing if somebody is negative or positive. Now, if we look at their dividend right here, they pay out 36 cents. Their 4-year average yield is about 1.97%. Currently, it's at about 1.5%, which is a lot lower than that. Their dividend growth, if we look at the dividend growth, they have years of growth, which is 6. So for 6 years, they have been increasing their dividend. Currently, it's at about $1.28 per share. Their dividend history right here, obviously they've been increasing their quarterly dividend. It's currently at about 36 cents. And then their dividend safety, it's about 50.5. So it was up here at a higher rate and it went down, and it's now recovering back up to about 50.5 payout ratio. But Abbott Laboratories is definitely one stock to pick right now because of all their testing that they're doing. One of the top companies in the market. All right, guys, so those were the top 5 picks for the month of May. Obviously, if we look at the Dow Jones, this week, actually, we broke the trend, and we broke down. It started off about 24,086 points. It ended the week at 23,775. So we lost about 300 points in the week last week, which broke our streak. I believe we were green for about 2 or 3 weeks. So last week was not good, but we started recovering towards the end of the week. Also, that guild news that came out in the middle of the week or beginning of the week was not, a positive sign, but that is just something that China is saying that might not be true, and that caused the markets to go down, like 700 points on that day, 500 points. But we did a small recovery, recovered through Thursday and Friday to end the week. But we did end the week red, which is not a good sign. But we have earnings coming up this week and next week. Some of the big companies are reporting, like Apple, Facebook, Alphabet, Tesla, and many, many other ones like Amazon. But we hope to have some good earnings. I know they're going to probably pull a lot of their guidances down, which is going to cause people not to be as bullish. But I believe we're going to have a decent week, and hopefully we can continue a bull run and end this bear market once and for all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Let's try to get 250 likes like we said at the beginning of the video. Leave a comment below. What do you think is going to happen during this earnings season, and what are your top picks for the month of May? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.